GM Bush back, and today we've got two big things to talk about, two big tips that will help you get things done fast, get that team that you want. So let's get right into it. As always, though, if these tips help, if you could leave a like or hit that subscribe button, it would help me out a ton. But yeah, and anyways, getting into it. So let's start. There's two big things that I want to talk about. There's what I would say is the new fastest way to earn XP. It does require you to have done some solos prior to, but once you start doing this, it's what I would say is the fastest way to make XP, and then also how to get Kam Chancellor the fastest. I should say Kam Chancellor upgraded the fastest. So if we come down here, you'll see that I have him upgraded a good amount. Nothing crazy. He's not done by any means. But of course, I've got three of the overall ones done. I've got one of the star-based ones done. And then I've got four of these stat-based ones, which I think is the biggest one because I have 80,000 passing yards, 5,000 points, 25,000 rushing yards, and 800 passing touchdowns already. So, uh, anyways, getting into it. So for Kam Chancellor and XP, it's kind of an interesting combination because you can do a mixture of things to really help yourself do both at the same time or to just maximize one or the other. So let's look at the different methods for everything and talk about it. So with Kam Chancellor, arguably the two hardest and most time consuming, I'll say, stats to acquire are the passing and the rushing yards. So to finish these or to do these, what I did was I went down to Gridiron Forge. I went to first and the second trial, or excuse me, the first trial, and then I went to the Iron Sharpens Iron or the In the Heat of the Moment challenge. So it starts you on your 25, and you only need 10 yards. The first one needs 10 rushing yards, the second one needs 10 passing yards. What I did for these was if I needed passing yards and touchdowns, I would go to this In the Heat of the Moment one. I would run four verts or something of that nature. I have Jamar Chase, I have Devin Hester, and I would just send them on a streak. Even the Wes Welker from the pre-order, I guarantee Randy Moss is the same way. They'll just beat coverage almost every time. Someone will find themselves open. You bomb it deep, you get 75 yards, you get a touchdown. And every time you do that as well, you will get 100 XP. So it's kind of a nice combination. The same thing can be said with the rushing, although I will say with the rushing, it's a lot harder to get that touchdown every time. But I always would just do, a default inside handoff, halfback dive or something of that nature, and just run it right up the middle. And a lot of times I found my guys would break free. Maybe I'd have to do a little cut or a juke or a spin move or something, but I could get free and break down the sideline, get 75 yards and that touchdown. And it will take a lot of repeating. It's not something that you're going to do in an hour or two. This will take hours, but it is the fastest way. You will not nearly get that 75 or 25K rushing just by playing head-to-head or something. I mean, you will eventually, but it will take such a long time. And if you want that Kam Chancellor upgraded, you're going to want to do it soon. Of course, that gives you the touchdowns, whether they're rushing or passing as well. Of course, for the Kam Chancellor, there's get so many challenge stars and stuff. Just knock out the challenges. But that's the biggest thing for the offensive stats, the passing touchdowns, the rushing touchdowns, and then the yardage for both. For the 50,000 points, you're going to just accumulate those from those touchdowns. If you get the 800 passing and the 400 rushing, you will get the 50,000 or the 5,000 points, excuse me. But if you wanted to just knock that out immediately, I would say just go to campaign, go to what we talked about before is the XP method, which is week 4, the field goals, and just keep repeating kicking the field goal. You'll get 3 points every time. You'll get 10 or 100 XP every time. That's really helpful too, and it is really efficient for making XP. However, what I have found to be the fastest XP method, it does not acquire or accumulate any of these stats. So if you're going to do this, and if you want to level the level 50 and you want Kam Chancellor, I recommend doing the passing yards or the rushing touchdowns method. It's much more efficient. You can see I'm only level 41. If I was just going for XP efficiency, I'd probably be 50 by now. But I've got all the Kam Chancellor's offensive stats except rushing touchdowns done, so now I can focus more on just getting the XP. But if you simply just want to hit 50 as quick as possible, you don't care about Kam Chancellor, you don't want to do those stats, you'll do them whenever. If you come to week 9 in the campaign and you come down to practice number 4, which is a low pass, and I will do this one to demonstrate, just boot up this solo. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press the left stick button. I believe it's once. And what's going to happen is it's going to put you into no huddle mode, which is important to speed this up. So you double tap it once, brings you to no huddle mode. Excuse me. Then you're going to go to play type. You're going to go down to special. And under special, you want to go to clock management, and you want to go to QB kneel. The objective for this is to not throw more or not pass for more than 5 yards. So you kneel it here, and you're going to get a challenge complete. Now, all you do is you hit replay challenge, boot it up again, and you're already back. Because you put in no huddle, you're already back in QB kneel position or formation, and you're just going to kneel it. And this is 100 XP every time. All you have to do is this. Now, again, this is not going to get you any stats towards Kam Chancellor, and I want to stress that if you want Kam Chancellor, I don't suggest doing this right away. I suggest getting the stats done as well. But this is seriously such a great way that I have found to, again, just repetitively just do this. Now, as for the other Kam Chancellor stats, the fumbles and the interceptions, I personally am more of a believer that those ones do come really quickly and naturally. However, if you are looking to grind those out as quickly as possible, you're looking to, you know, get those, I think it's 50 fumbles and 100 interceptions as quickly as possible. Do solos, whatever solos you have to do, especially these campaign ones are really good. And then if you go to like week 10, I mean, it doesn't matter what week it is, and you go to the last one, like the full game, play the full game. Every time you're on offense, bomb it deep, get a touchdown as quickly as possible. And then when you're on defense, if you're looking for fumbles, just hit stick every single time, especially on these easier difficulties. Put it on easy. Don't bump up the difficulty. It'll make it a little bit harder. Leave it on rookie, and you just again, consistently just hit stick, hit stick, hit stick. They will fumble left and right. And the same thing with interceptions. You just put it on rookie, you'll get picks left and right. I'm sure there's a slightly more efficient method, but honestly, I've found, especially if you're just doing those missions anyways, you're going to grind out a bunch. I haven't done any of those missions on rookie. I've only done the hardest difficulty possible for every solo, and you'll see I'm at only 20 out of 100 interceptions, but I am at 82% of 50 fumbles, which is 41 fumbles out of 50, so I'm almost done that. The tackles will come naturally as well too. When you're playing defense, the sacks will probably come through those solos as well. If you are looking for a sack, I do know that just like past Maddens, if you run into a man block formation like a punt block, and you take a user, and this will work for interceptions as well. You take the guy in the back and you use her on a receiver. There is a way to bait out the throw to that receiver to get a pick, but also you'll have a full rush and you will get the sack instantly. If you are looking for more information on how to do that, I would just look up anywhere. I don't personally have that video out, but you can just quickly find a quick video of it you put these guys into punt block formation. They will rush. They will get the sack. It's really easy. You probably won't even need a video. Again, just put them in punt block, send them, and you can do this every time when you're on defense in those solos. And the QBs won't even throw it half the time, so you'll just get a ton of sacks. And then, of course, winning games with your overall increased. If you can afford to get an 83 overall, a lot of people can't get to 87 yet, so I'm not going to put that. I don't even know if 87 is acquirable as a team overall yet. I've seen 86s. Don't know about 87s. But if you can reach an 83, what I did was I bought a card or two to get myself to that 83 overall limit, and then I was doing the rushing and the passing to yards and touchdowns. And those, every time you hit repeat, it counts as a game won. So then I just sold those one or two cards I needed, and I had done the 83 or overall or higher. And then, of course, with the stars, I think you can get to 750 stars already. I might be wrong about that. It might not be fully doable, but it's close if not. So stars might not be finished yet. And then, of course, solo battles, head-to-head seasons, I'm going to start actually grinding that out here very shortly. So again, just to repeat, if you're looking to do Kam Chancellor and XP, grind out those rushing yards, grind out those passing yards. You'll get XP a lot slower, but you'll get those yards done. If you're looking simply for XP, do the QB kneel, week 9, mission number 4 in the campaign. But, of course, if you're looking to do both, you might as well do the passing yards and such. It's kind of a kill two birds with one stone. That's going to do it for me, though, today, guys. I will be back with another No Money Spent video here shortly because we have a lot to talk about. But that's going to do it for this video. So I will see you in the next one, guys. And peace.